Where focus goes, energy flows. When we focus on negative things in our life, when we give the things we feel negatively about our unwavering attention, we're creating a dark, toxic, sludge-filled space for ourselves. But when we focus on the positive things in our life, when we give our attention to all the positive things around us, we're creating a life for ourselves that is happier, lighter, and more wonderful. Simply put, be mindful of what you focus on because that corresponding or matching energy will continuously flow to you. Change your focus and you'll change your life. This is the universal law of correspondence, whereas your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. Our lives are created by our subconscious beliefs. Our beliefs either serve us or they hold us back. Hi, and welcome to my blogcast, Ashes to Wings. I'm CourtneyDANIELLE. I'm an internationally published author, illustrator, holistic lifestyle coach, and Reiki practitioner. Today, I want to share with you how you can change your life just by changing your focus. The problem we face is that we continuously find ourselves in a state of negativity. Many of us spend a lot of time feeling negative about someone or something. And in hindsight, it seems silly that we do, because why would we want to do that? Why would we want to continue to brood over something that makes us feel awful? Why would we want to continue complaining about someone or something until we've beaten it to death and then complain some more? And yet, I find it interesting that when we are mad or miserable, it seems easier, more comfortable to just stay that way. Maybe it's because that's what we're accustomed to, what we grew up around. Or maybe we've convinced ourselves that if we are mad, we'll get better results. People will listen to us and changes will get made. But the truth is, it doesn't work that way. The truth is you might see changes, but will you be any happier in life? You might think so, but you won't be. Trust me on that. What's worse is when you're swayed by others who are in a negative mood or giving off a negative attitude, and you get drawn into their negative zone. You get caught up in their conversations and complaining, and before you know it, you find yourself supporting their complaints and adding your own complaints to the negative pile. Most people don't even realize they are or have been dragged down into this pit of negativity. The more time we spend in a negative zone, the more complaining and carrying on we do, the more negativity we're attracting to our lives. That means we're attracting more things to complain and carry on about relentlessly and needlessly. For me, I have a lot of negative feelings towards my job. I let it eat away at me, little by little, day after day. Most days, all I think about is how much I hate my job. It's frustrating, overwhelming, and emotionally draining. Not to mention the issues I have with my team. And more than a few times, I have thrown my hands up and quit. But I work from home, so no one heard me, and I continued working, albeit grumpy and irritated. I tell myself that any other job would be better than this job, but truthfully, I know it's probably not true. What is true is what happened next. I held on tightly to that negative energy as the days dragged on and carried that frustrated energy, that black looming cloud with me as the weeks went by. Make no mistake, it affected everything I was doing or trying to get done. And eventually, every day was a bad day. Every day started out feeling like nothing good was going to happen, and every day just sucked because, well, nothing good ever did happen. If something good did happen, I probably missed it, since I wasn't looking for it, since I couldn't see anything past my own negative emotions that were brewing to a rolling boil. Instead, I continued to focus on all the negative aspects of my job, continuously digging myself a deeper negative hole as I began validating all the reasons why I was right and why it was okay to hate my job, counting everything that was going wrong in a single day, reminding myself that I have this job because I can't do better, because I wasn't good enough at anything, and because I never finished getting my degree. Reminding myself that I took this job because I didn't want to work nights anymore, because I needed a full-time job, because I needed to get out of the area, because I could keep going, but I won't. I continued to have a strong resentment towards my job, and all of my focus, attention, my words, thoughts, and feelings zeroed in on the fact that I hate my job so much. I continuously went on and on about it to whomever and whatever would listen. And according to the universal law of correspondence, since my inner world of thoughts were so negative, that corresponding or matching energy would be reflected in my outer world. And my outer world, my life, did become negative. By staying in a negative zone, I was creating a negative life for myself. My days got progressively worse and the weeks became even more draining until finally I had a meltdown. Actually, there were 3 that week, 2 in the same day. I hated my job. I hated my life. I hated how it got to this point. I knew I needed to make changes. I needed to do so now. I could look for another job, but I knew I couldn't outrun my problems. No matter what job I would end up accepting, I was going to find similar people and circumstances and end up right back where I am, right here, right now. So now what? Well, I wish I could say I had a quick fix, overnight solution for myself and for you, but I don't. And that's important for you to accept. Much of what I will share will not be easy or quick. The results you're seeking will take persistence, patience, and practice. It will require that you keep trying even if you don't want to. It will require that you change your thinking even though it feels unnatural and with some resistance at first. Changing my focus about work has made for better days, but I still have rough days. There's days I feel like I'm on top of the world, skiing down the slope with ease and grace, and then suddenly, without warning, I'm swallowed up by the snow, and I find myself desperate to claw my way back to the surface. It's exhausting and self-defeating, and followed by a lot of swearing and complaining too. But the difference between last week and this week is that I push a little harder to do better and stay focused on things that make me happy. I push a little harder to stop my complaining in its tracks and focus on the things that I am most grateful for. I start with work, but if I can't find people or things to be grateful for there, I move on to finding anything in my life to be grateful for. I take time to look at each week and see where I can make adjustments to make next week even better. I look to see where and what is triggering my negativity and how I can avoid it or at least learn to handle it better. We are human. We are imperfectly perfect. And if we do not quit or give up on ourselves, we will get where we're going. But first, we must change what we choose to focus on intently. We must keep working at focusing on the good that is in our life. When you're in a negative situation, be it work, relationships, finance, family matters, the first thing you need to do is change your focus. Focus on the things that make you smile, that make you feel worthwhile. Focus on what you're grateful for. Pick through the negativity and pluck out the positive ones, even the smallest ones. There are a few things you can do to help change your focus. One is to distract yourself with music or a movie, something uplifting, something inspiring. You could work on a project or take up a hobby. Having something to work on or focus on that inspires you or motivates you can be very beneficial. You could talk or journal it out. Talking it out means discussing it and letting it go. It's not about constantly complaining about it. Talking it out means looking for solutions and ways to handle the situation, as well as taking action to make changes. Complaining is just negativity in the form of words, and that will only lead to more negativity. You could put yourself in a timeout. Take time out to rest, relax, and reset. Have a cup of herbal tea, read a book, sit quietly and listen. Be present in the moment. Meditate or pray. Or you could do something you enjoy doing. If you enjoy bike riding, take your bike out for a trip around the block. If you enjoy swimming, head down to the beach or the local fitness center. But whatever you do, there are a few things you should avoid. You should avoid eating junk food like sweets and fats, especially if you're an emotional eater. Avoid scrolling mindlessly on your phone, tablet, or computer. Avoid losing sleep over your issues. A lack of sleep can actually make a situation worse and make it harder for you to focus your attention elsewhere. Avoid self-medicating. Yes, alcohol and or drugs will temporarily numb the pain you feel, but it will not solve the problem. If you feel that self-medicating is your only option, I suggest you seek professional help. There's one more thing you need to know. One important thing to remember is that your feelings are valid. You are allowed to feel. You are allowed to be mad or sad or frustrated. Emotions like these are there to drive us to make changes. They aren't there to wallow in. Be mad at the situation, but don't stay there. Take action to do something about it. Change jobs, leave a spouse, set boundaries, get the support and help you need. As for me, I will be frustrated, I will breathe deeply and focus my attention elsewhere. I will focus on the things that I love, like my boys, my projects, my special moments within each day. I might not succeed every day, but I haven't given up and I keep taking action. And I've noticed that my weeks are getting better and better. And little by little, day by day, it's gonna get better. I challenge you to go 24 hours without complaining. Then I want you to do it again tomorrow. And the tomorrow after that. I want you to make yourself a note that says today's goal, go 24 hours without complaining. And I challenge you to make it your goal today and every day. And watch as your life changes for the better. My promise to you is that if you change your focus, you will change your life. Your focus of choice, of course, will ultimately determine the change you see. When life seems miserable and mean, and good things are rarely seen, know that happiness is within range, but first, your focus needs to change. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you found this video to be inspiring. Please take a moment to like, share, comment, subscribe. There is a March 23, 2022 blog post available for this blogcast, as are additional posts and videos, which can all be found on my weblog, CourtneyDANIELLE.com. So until next time, talk to you later.